Yo, what's good, peoples? It's your boy Brooklyn Kid. I'm back here with a video for y'all. I want to make this a response to the Void 385, man. Big ups to him. Basically, man, he made a video response to someone else about, picking a better black man. And I just want to drop my 2 cents on what, you know, he was talking about. Basically, man, let me just start off by summarizing. He just basically, he was saying how, when a child comes to this world, basically the man has a huge responsibility. He there's certain things he can't really do like he did before. He didn't have any kids. Uh, I also like when he said having a son or a daughter, it's like securing a legacy. He mentioned that you're gonna have to do a lot of giving rather than receiving. And man, I totally agree. Like you said, it's very easy for a man to just bust in a nut inside a woman's vagina. But it's not that simple, to take care of a child. A child is very, a child is not easy, not saying that, children are bad and horrible, but they're a handful. We were all a handful when we were babies. And if we gonna have kids as people, if we're gonna say we want a child, we have to make sure we know what we're doing before we want some. We could say, oh, I want kids, I want 10 kids, I want 5 kids, I want 6 kids, but do you know what you're gonna be getting yourself into when you even have the first child? You feel me? Do you know? I mean, kids are not easy. It ain't easy just raising one. I remember I have a half sister, and I was talking to her on the phone one time, like a couple of years back, and she told me how, you know, what happened. She was telling me how, she got pregnant. I guess you could say not at the right time. She was just going to college and whatever, and she had to take a break from college and so she can start raising her child. And basically, she told me, she said, raising a child is not easy. You know what I mean? Like, it's not easy. Even just one child is just very stressful. Especially when you have a son, you have to take him to the barber, you gotta buy him clothes, cook him food, and, you gotta really take care of him. When he's sick, take him to school, and this, that, and the third, and his pops being there, and his pops in his life, which is good, but it's still not easy for a single parent just, to take care of a child, especially just one child, and it made me realize that, because I'm only child myself, and I could tell, when my mother was raising me, I look back at my mom when she raised me, that it was not an easy thing for her. You feel me? And I didn't have a pops in my life. You know what I mean? I didn't have a pops in my life growing up, so it, it it's not easy. So we as people, man, we gotta be careful what we ask for. I'm not saying, like I said, I feel kids are a blessing from God. You feel me? I feel that they're a blessing. They're beautiful, beautiful creatures, and they're our future. You feel me? But we must not ask something we're not ready for right now. If we're gonna ask for it, let's just say I want it when the time is right. Age is don't matter. You feel me? It just when the time is right and when the money is alright. The money ain't funny. You feel me? I You just gotta know, man. You just gotta, when you have that child, that mentality, you gotta make some minor changes in your mind. Some things, if you're like a chauvinistic dude, you gotta change that kind of mindset, man. You don't want your daughter thinking that, it's alright for that man to think like that. You don't want your son thinking it's alright to smash countless women and have so many baby mamas. You feel me? You don't want your daughter thinking it's alright for niggas to just run a train on her. You don't want to think that. You want to have a clear mind state. You want to be a role model to your kids. I know I do. I know when I have kids, man, I want to be a positive influence on my kids. I want to have a big impact on my children. I want them to look at me and say, yo, man, my pops was good pops. He taught me things. He taught me about life. I want my kids telling me that. You know what I mean? But I ain't trying to talk y'all ear off, man. Comment, rate, subscribe. I'm gonna have the voice video in the description box. Y'all check them out. Big ups to him, man. And big ups to all my older new subscribers. I'm out. One.